Monday, even Monday, I don't understand. My point is, when is this persecution?
Yeah. The persecution you just said in your country, in Jordan, there is persecution of Christians.
Who said? I didn't say that.
You didn't.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
You're saying the opposite.
I said the opposite. I said we lived, we coexist.
Okay.
I said,
We'll change the question.
do you understand?
We'll
I'm not
change
gonna
the
lie, you
question.
didn't say that, but
Did I say this?
I'm waiting for that question because you wanted to change it.
So
right?
the
go ahead.
persecution of Christians around the world that we're seeing in different countries, Nigeria, Armenia, all these type of places, the majority of that hate, this trying to stop people from being able to be a Christian if they are predominantly by Muslims. Now,
That's true.
Why is that?
Okay, now you should understand that's one of the things. For example, when the colonization of the British Empire to many Muslim countries, was it about faith? Because actually they used to call it Crusade Wars.
Yeah.
They called it Crusade
Because
Wars.
Islam tried to take over.
No,
Yeah,
it's because vice
We had
versa.
to defend
So
ourselves.
no.
Vice versa.
You tried to
No,
take
no,
our
no,
country.
Oh, that's why. Okay. What happened to these African poor countries? What did you attack them? What they have done to you to attack them, to colonize them? So the point is, what happened to the Indians, which is Hindu majority?
Christians
Why did you
are
attack?
English.
Why did you take their country? It's not about.
I'm from Ghana. We were forced to be Christians.
Yes,
right?
yeah. That's the point. Yeah. By who? By who?
By Crusaders.
But that's my point.
Christians
So
in
that's the
those
point.
countries are
But in
not
Senegal, you can say Islam.
Yeah. My
Mali,
point.
say
By the
Islam.
way.
Not English.
No.
They're from those countries.
No.
Their nationality is from those countries.
Actually,
it's their religion they don't like.
Actually, I will tell you something. That's something you should know, that there are always political movement, and these many
I
politicians.
think ISIS is a bit more of a political movement.
The
a new one.
the same.
That's a new baby.
By the way,
You understand more if you take the Quran. Like.
the same. By the way.
I read the Bible.
Yeah, that's fine.
You can't force him though. Remember,
No,
Prophet Muhammad said
but
don't
you
force.
understand
Don't
more.
worry. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's here. By the way, brother.
No,
It's relevant.
Brother.
We're the most
He is here.
persecuted in the world.
No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
Christians are
Look
the
what happened to
most
the Muslims.
persecuted group
Look what
around the
happened
world.
to the Muslims around the world, then you will realize.
No.
Look what happened to
Those
the
are by
Muslims.
governments, not by people.
Look what happened to the
Hold on.
Palestinians.
They're by
Look what happened to the
They're by
Palestinians.
governments.
Look
Our
what happened
government
to them.
invaded Iraq. That was not us. That was our government. They
But
invaded.
in the name of
They invaded
Christianity.
Afghanistan. That was
Did
not
you not
us.
vote?
In the name, one second.
One second.
Brother.
But it's true.
By the way,
it's not the people.
But we're gonna get time out.
By the way, brother. Yes.
Persecution.
By the way, I will tell you something.
Persecution of
Listen.
Christians is done by the people,
Listen. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
It's not a sovereign country. Is this not a sovereign country?
Yeah.
Do the people, before they go to war, do they go to vote or not?
Not on war, no. If
Not
we
on
had
war,
our
no,
vote,
not on war,
hey,
not on
if
war.
we
Not
had
on
our
war,
vote, do you think we would have invaded?
It's very simple, brother. It's very simple. Listen, it's very
you
simple.
talk about
We'll ask a
Palestine,
simple
yeah?
question. We'll ask a simple question. Listen,
no,
brother.
Muslims
We'll
are
ask
talking about Palestine,
the
yeah?
gentleman.
But-
We'll ask the gentleman a simple question.
Yeah.
Then we know if he is genuine, because he has to be consistent. Do you condemn what the Israeli government, what the
Be honest
IDF
now, be
doing?
honest.
Be honest. Do you condemn it? What they are
Can I
doing?
tell you a different- I have to
No.
Let me ask that question. Let's ask that question.
Yeah, must go again.
I condemn the death of children, women, and innocent men. Okay? My question is if you poke a bear, it's going to bite you. What they did on October 7th.
You're gonna go 7.
You see? That's
You
the
gave
problem.
No, go back
They
to
gave.
19.
Hold on a second.
Go back.
back
Be
to
honest.
Be honest.
Gave them
I'm not pushing, by the way. I'm not pushing.
Hold on.
Be honest. Be honest.
You gave them the key to Palestine.
Who?
Not you.
Who?
The Palestinian
No.
Hamas. Because what nationality are Hamas? What
Palestinian,
nationality?
Palestinian.
So you can't distinguish Hamas from the Palestinian people. They are Hamas.
So good to kill them. Wow!
They are.
You see here.
They are.
So good to kill them.
We've
So
seen-
good to kill them.
Hold on.
It's the RES. It's Northern Ireland, the RES, or the RES Northern Ireland.
You see here. You see
RES, sorry.
here.
It's the
By the way,
RES,
by the way.
it's the REA Northern Ireland, or Northern Ireland REA.
What are you talking about, IRA?
All right, no,
IRA.
'cause-
Hold on, let's
Yeah.
What my point is,
You see here. You see here.
Let's talk about Palestine.
That is.
Let me talk about Palestine.
This is this the faith of Christianity? Is this the faith of Christianity? Come on.
What
Come on.
nationality are the
Yes.
Hamas fighters?
That's the question. They're Palestinian.
Okay.
They're Palestinian.
Okay.
But not all
Okay.
Palestinians. But not
Okay.
all Palestinians are Hamas.
Okay.
You flipped it.
You flipped it.
He
How did you flip it?
intentionally.
Hold on.
You try flip it. You try say that the Palestinian people are Hamas. They're not a nation.
Yeah, you just said this. You just said this.
If they vote
you're
Hamas
changing?
into their government,
They weren't
and
voted. They're the only people. They're the only government there.
They voted.
They're
the
the only one there.
But they're the worst government for those
Oh,
people.
subjective
Okay.
now.
According to you.
Okay, so you asked me to condemn what's happened.
Listen.
I condemn
I
everything.
see you. I
But
see
what-
you.
but-
No,
but-
no.
but-
You
hold
see.
on,
I
hold
see you
on.
now,
You
yeah.
just
I see
told
you
me
Let's
now,
speak
yeah,
it. Let's speak
yeah,
it.
yeah.
You see here.
I'm not losing,
By the way, I will tell you something. I will tell you.
Let me
You
finish.
said
No, you gotta let me
no.
answer.
You said enough.
You gotta let
You
me
said enough.
answer.
You said enough.
Answer.
You said enough.
Let me
You're not a
answer.
sinister. You're not
Let
a
me answer.
sinister.
Let me
You
answer.
can't do.
Let me
Yeah.
finish. Okay. So you asked me if I condemn what Israel are doing. I've seen pictures which I condemn what they've done.
Right.
But you have to understand, when the Germans invaded Poland
Yeah.
in 1930s,
Yeah.
okay, they started something that they then could not finish.
Right.
And what then happened is millions of people died.
You see how you went back for that one?
Hold on.
You see you went
hold
back for that
on.
one? Did you go back for that-
If you're
for
not
the
a Muslim,
Hamas?
you should be. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Listen. So hold on. So I'm going back to Israel. So when the Germans did that in Poland, they started something, and then what happened around Europe and in the East and in the West, where
Yeah.
millions of civilians died. What Hamas did on October 7th in recent years, started something.
Yeah, you have to specify that.
Started
Yeah,
something they
no, not in the
cannot
beginning.
finish.
You were so right, and then you just
No, brothers.
jumped forward.
Yeah.
Listen,
You was
Ham-
right,
yeah,
you
but we have to
started
talk
right.
about now because all of you.
You jumped only 8 years.
You was
8 years.
absolutely
You jumped
right.
8 years.
University students are only talking about Palestine because it's a fashionable thing. Let me tell you now.
No.
They weren't talking about it 20 years ago.
matter. Yeah.
So why weren't they talking about it 10 years ago? Why weren't they talking about it 10 years ago? Why weren't they talking about 5 years ago? They're talking about it now because we are being brainwashed into believing
initially, German,
that
we
the
can't talk.
Palestinians are the
Yeah,
goods
no.
and
Listen,
the Iranians
on
are
the
the
German-
bad.
Let me finish the point. Because you were so right. 1930,
right.
fantastic. You was right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you was able to go back in time. Vintage hours, medieval hours. We didn't even have cell phones.
Yeah.
And you went back.
80 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't have cell phones. You wasn't holding this back
No, I
then,
wasn't,
right?
no.
Yeah.
Cool.
We weren't even existing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So then, why didn't you give that same leverage to the people that are now living in the land that we call the state of Israel?
If you-
Why didn't you go back?
I can go back. But what
No,
I'm
no, I
saying is-
can. Oh, yeah, I can.
Okay,
I
then
go back.
then go back.
We're talking. How
Then
far
please
can
go
we
back. No,
You went to 1930.
1930.
80 years ago, you want to go back? How many years do you want to go
And-
back?
yeah.
I was explaining the situation that's now occurring. The reason those so many
You see
people are
here.
dying, the reason they're dying
Listen.
en masse
I thought-
is because
listen, I
casualties
thought-
of war is what
I thought-
happens when you poke a fucking
thought-
bear.
You went to
I
1930.
thought,
When
yeah.
you poke a bear,
You see here.
when you poke a bear, that was Israel. When
So
came
so
in
you see
and
here,
they murdered-
this is
They had no
disingenuous.
choice.
This is the disingenuity from the. I thought, by the way, I thought you're a genuine person initially, and I was wrong.
Right, but you don't-
My
because
assumption
you
was
don't
wrong.
like my point
No,
of
no,
view.
no.
Doesn't make it
No, no,
wrong.
listen.
Doesn't make it wrong.
Look. You went to what time did the Germans invade Poland? Just give me the year.
It was 1930.
Yeah, 1930. Yeah. After that, that's 1948. When
What
Israel
was-
first went to that land.
Yeah.
1948. So
They
you were
went-
able
no,
to
no,
go way back.
Mate, Israel's in the Bible,
I'm
mate.
mate now.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, I'm mate now.
You just
No,
had
no, he doesn't like it.
I'm talking about. Let's talk about history.
Now we need this gentleman to ask a question. We need a genuine person to ask a
mentioned
question.
in the Bible.
Listen.
Israel, the Israelites, is it mentioned in the Bible?
Not the country, the people.
No.
The people.
Is it meant? I didn't.
Jacob-
Question.
Jacob Israel.
Is it mentioned in the Bible?
Jacob Israel.
Is it mentioned in the Bible?
Yes,
Yes or
Jacob
no?
Israel,
Right.
Jacob
So how
Israel,
can it be 1948 then?
What?
How can it be
The
1948?
Zionists. I'm talking about the Zionist movement. That's
Because
not Israel.
they all the
By
whole
the
of their population was extinct.
no, nonsense. Ashkenazis, they're never been Israel. For you, if you go to the genetic, we finish with just a genuine person. Yes.
Oh, wish I could rebate you, man.
Oh wow, you see here.
I got to
You see here. That is how it is.
Brother, listen.
Yeah.
I'm not educated on Islam,
Yeah.
right? Hand on heart, I'm not. So I'm a neutral. I want to learn from you.
Good.
And so do a lot of my class of people who I work with, for example, at work. We don't know. Some are not even religious in any religion.
Yes.
But we want to question.
Yes.
With what's going on in Palestine at the moment, there are so many Islamic faith countries around Palestine. Why are they not helping Palestine? Because if they did, this war could be over. So my next question, this is what I'm just wondering about. So we've got Israel, who are now sort of the bad people in the world, right? So why are the countries around who support the Islamic faith
Yes.
not helping Palestine? Because they could win this war
Fantastic question.
tonight.
Fantastic question.
Absolutely. You are absolutely right.
And another question, please.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
In the Arabic alphabet, does the letter P exist?
P, no, it doesn't exist.
So how does Palestine exist then?
Palestine.
Oh, Palestine.
In the Arabic
In the
I just want to know why.
the scripture is Palestine.
You know who named it? You know who named it? Who put P? It was already a PH in the. By the way, and as well, if you go back, even if you go back to the Hebrew, they call it Palestine. That's how it is. So anyway, that's
Why
something.
did it change?
I don't know. Ask English. You ask
No,
me.
English didn't change.
Ask Latin. Ask Latin.
Why don't the
That's
Palestinians
that's
go
it.
to
First question.
your country?
But
Why don't they
one
go to your
second.
country?
1 second. I will tell you something.
It's
yeah?
like Jesus. That's his real name.
That's my point.
Yeshua. We know it's not.
Yeshua. Yeah, for example.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It doesn't matter.
So
Right.
listen.
So what I want to know is, because like I said, I'm uneducated.
You mentioned your question. Do you want me to answer?
Yeah, because
You have other
what
questions?
I see here in England,
Yeah.
right, and I do respect the Islamic, because you're a brotherhood, you stick together.
Yeah, good.
And
Yeah.
we've seen it over the last coming weeks, right? So why are they not sticking together in this Palestine war? If innocent kids and children are being, I can't understand, because my generation, my heritage,
Expecting everyone else to deal
people
with it.
didn't run. We evacuated our own children, we stood and we fucking
World War
fought.
One, World War
Didn't
Two.
get on small
D-Day,
dinghies.
So
D-Day.
I'm struggling to understand why people are marching around our city of London with a Palestine flag and not going to fight their war for their brothers and sisters.
Good. Now you see here, in these countries there are governments. Yeah. Some of these governments, unfortunately, they are not doing a good job for the people. Some of these governments. That's one thing. And the problem is not about the people just going themselves, just only going with these things. The war needs army and they needs things to be done. And these governments, now there are two sides of it, by the way. The governments, if they enter this war, is going to be a third world war. Because what will happen as soon as these Arab League, for example, they get together and then they fight Israel. Who's the supporter of Israel?
US, France,
USA,
Canada,
France, Canada, this country and other countries. Yeah, and then what's going to happen? And that's weakness. I'm saying, that's how it is. And then as well, who is kind of want to take the advantage? Russia, China, etc. So this is a third world war. So they understood these things. Now the problem is this is what's happening nowadays. Now this is on their side, as a governmental side, as something which is, and at the same time, who do you think all of us, we would love, even, and I believe you yourself, you're a genuine person. If you see someone, a soldier with heavy arm, killing a child, torturing a son, you will not stand there quiet. You will do something. Yeah? You will do something, regardless if this child is Muslim, Hindu, Christian. You demand. That's something, and that's, I will tell you something. That's what we appreciate. I love amongst English people and in this country, that they stand for the truth, even against their own selves.
Can you help me with this?
You understand? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Good.
But can you help me with this? Because that's good, and I'm glad you said that. It's a contradiction because.
You said that you voted him in. You said.
So what I'm struggling with, you said you see a soldier hitting down on a kid. My passion, my forefathers fought for this country. The last few weeks we have seen Palestine marches, people of extreme views vandalise our heritage statues. So that upsets my culture.
I condemn this.
Right, good. Now, right. Can the Islamic faith do more with their own faith to expose the extremists to help the world be a better place?
Amen.
I will tell you something.
Amen.
Do you know?
Not allowed to, though.
I will tell you. In this park here, check my videos. In the very same park here, I have exposed extremists in this park here. I have dealt with them, and I have warned against them, and I made and exposed them, and I warned those people they don't represent Islam. And there is a scumbag who's still there, and I don't know why they allow him to come here to this park, and I condemn him with extreme views, with doesn't represent Islam, and I do this. I expose many people. My work, if you know me, maybe you don't know me, if you go check my name, you will find my work is to expose them. My work, firstly, I will advise. If they are reasonable, maybe some people, they could be misled, I will advise. And if they are someone who have this extreme view, I will expose them, I will debate them, I will challenge them to bring any evidence to their side, which is something I've already done.
Right.
And that's what we do. Not just only me. Not just only me. Not just only me. No, not this. No, not this.
he's all right.
No,
You're okay.
no, it's good. No, I'm talking about there is a scumbag who's extremist,
Yeah, but that's
an extremist here in the park. And I told the police several times, why do you allow this guy to come here? What is the guy? This guy, he said all the kind of word. He said to a black brother who's a Christian, said to him, you N-word to him. Yeah, he said this here in the.
I'm allowed to.
No, you're not allowed
No,
to.
that's
No,
bad.
you're not allowed
No,
to.
no, no.
Anyways, I'm
That's a
saying,
horrible
yeah,
word.
and he did this here, and as well, and he was saying all kind of extremist views in this park, and I said, why do you allow him? What's the point? And I went to the police officer saying, why do you allow him? He doesn't represent Islam. What's the point you allowing him to
A
stay?
man of, listen, I was brought up on Christian values, right? But I don't go to church.
Which I admire this. To have a
Right, so I'm
Christian
being
value.
honest with you, and I don't even. But what I'm seeing is that perhaps I'm on the outside of the fishbowl looking in. So at the moment, we are now tarnishing the majority because of the minority's actions. So, brother, you need to help us
We are already.
police your own religion, your
they're
extremists.
I'm already that.
But they're not.
I'm
Not
already
you
doing.
personally.
Not personally,
as a
even
whole.
the mosques around, by the mosques around UK, we do the same thing. We expose them. We as well, we deal as well with the government, with whatever the policy of the government. We condemn all of these acts. What's more than this? And as well, if there is anything that happens, and I will tell you something, if any attack happens to a church or to a Bible, I will be the first one who's condemning this.
So,
Here, I don't mind to
the
debate the
attack last
Bible,
week-
to say this is a false
Right.
book. I will say this, by the way. Yeah?
Yeah, the
By the
attack
way.
last week on that old boy.
I condemn
Where
this. I
was the
condemn this.
condemn then?
I couldn't. Seriously, genuinely, I just heard this from you now. I didn't.
When it did.
By
The
the way-
attack on the doctor last week,
Yeah.
he must
He
be
was a black,
65,
he was a
67.
black 65-year-old
Yeah, we're
Christian
describing
man.
him.
Yeah. And he was literally
Where was the
him alive.
condemnation of
They
that?
took his
Okay.
body
Oh,
back.
was this during the Tommy
It does. Is my condemnation now? What's up, brother? I will tell you. Now, is my condemnation now? Is it valid for you if I did this now?
Did what?
To condemn this act? Is it sufficient for
Oh
you?
no, I'm just trying to put pieces
I'm
together.
saying. I'm asking.
not
I'm saying. I condemn it. Do you agree with this?
In Islamic teachings, you can't go against your
No,
brothers.
You cannot go. Against who?
You can't go against your brothers. Against your
No. If my brother, the Prophet peace be upon him, he told us, listen to this, yeah? Listen to this.
Yeah, I'm listening.
This is a hadith, yeah? This is hadith from our Prophet peace be upon him. He said, support your brother, either if he's oppressor or if he's been oppressed. They said, oh Messenger of Allah, if he was oppressed, we know how to support him. How we support him if he was oppressor? He said, to stop him from oppression. That's how we support him. By
It's a
stopping
great
him.
story, but it's not how it works.
But that's how
We
it works.
see that around the United Kingdom.
Okay, are you teaching us our faith?
But no.
Are you teaching?
No, what I'm
showing you what
saying
he
is,
sees.
I,
He's
from,
showing you what he
from
sees.
Yeah.
what I see is that
Perspective, right?
when you have, they are Pakistani Islamic gangs around the United Kingdom, in Rochdale, Rotherham, Oldham, Birmingham. You know, they work under a collective group of families. I mean, Tommy Robinson has interviewed people, girls, hold on, before you say anything, who've interviewed that said from son to uncle, from uncle to second uncle, they were all part of these gangs. Now, if the Muslim community in these areas were to come out and condemn them and fight for the effects of the girls, then half the problem would be solved. But the fact that the Muslim community are always silent on everything.
Who told you?
No, we see it.
Who told
when
you?
was the last time you
Who
saw
told you? Who told you? The most.
No, we
I
see
will
it,
tell you.
brother.
For
It's
every
facts.
no, that's fact.
No, it is
Either,
facts.
listen, either.
Because why are they not
listen.
protesting in Telford to get rid of the extremists?
Since-
Rotherham, Rochdale, Oldham,
By the way,
Birmingham.
did you come here to listen to yourself?
No, but you're not getting the
I
point.
mean, you seriously? Did you come here to listen to yourself?
No, I want to
okay.
make my
Yeah,
point.
yeah. My point, and again, I'm repeating this to you. First of all, for any incident that took place by a Muslim who done something mad, yeah, you will find the Muslims mosques, all of them in the UK, condemning this act and behavior. In the attack that happens in London, you will find all the mosques, all of them. They said, and then they showed first, they condemned the act. They showed condolences to the victims, and they have done this.
We've not seen
now,
that.
No,
Where's your proof?
that's why.
Where's your proof of that?
What's my proof? Listen. What's my proof?
Listen,
Do you
the
know,
communities
for example,
in those areas
communities
tell
I'm
us
talking about.
they are oppressed by the Muslim community.
No,
they make up 4% of Telford.
Okay.
They make 4%.
Who?
The Muslim community in Telford
Okay.
make up around about 47% of Telford. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Now, 75% of the now take the women out of the community, take the children out of the community, and take the very old men out of the community. Nearly 80% of the men living in Telford who are Muslim were participating in acts.
80%. Who brought this percentage?
The police.
The police. Where is it? Can you show me? Can you show me?
Brother.
Can you show me? Can you show me?
Go,
listen, I like. Listen. By the way, I like.
Type it in. Yeah, do your research about
No. I want to hear.
But
What to
we
type?
know
What
the
to type?
facts.
What to type?
Find it.
Type. I will type. What do you want me to type?
Look.
What do you want me to type here?
Ethnicity of grooming gangs.
But if he gives you that stat, will you take it though?
Yeah, I will take it.
And then what would you say?
If it come from the police, I will
Would you
take
come
it.
to Telford with me?
I will take. I will
and walk
come.
into the mosques.
I will talk.
And tell them to stop raping children. Would you
I will
do that?
take it. Ethnicity
Would you
what?
do that?
I will do that.
Okay.
I will do that. Happily
Then
to do
you're
it.
not. You're different. No, because brother, hold on a second. Hold on, because
Okay,
we've
go on,
asked
go
that
on.
question
You see?
today and they said no. Ali Dawah, I mean, you probably
Listen.
Yeah, I know that.
you know
Listen
it's
to me.
I've had
Listen
my-
to me. Okay, what do you mean?
He knows.
Ethnicity what? But according to the percentage that you said, yes? You said, how much, what's the percentage? You said
According
17.
to the
He said four.
victims, according
He
to
said
the
four. In
victims,
Telford only.
According, yeah.
put in the ethnicity of grooming gangs.
yeah, what, no, you said that there is a percentage about the victims that
No,
you just
the
said.
perpetrators,
Yes.
okay, the high percentage of perpetrators that are committing those crimes. I mean, if you look at street grooming, middle-aged men, white men, yeah, middle-aged men. It
Okay.
is, predominantly, yeah. But when you look at street grooming as a collective gang, it is nearly 100% Pakistani Muslim men. Why is that? Is it because in
Now here,
Pakistan they live like
where to find here, according to what you said?
grooming gangs and festivity?
Okay, yeah.
What does the evidence say?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't
second.
take that too much for gospel.
No, I will take
because
it. Yeah,
it's
what
the
is it?
BBC, but
Yeah, it's the BBC. I mean,
Yeah,
you don't
I
accept
mean,
the
they're
BBC.
shit. You
gotta learn.
So
They're
what?
terrible.
Which one? Then which one?
No, a study. You want to follow a study?
Yeah,
What does that say?
yeah.
What does that say, though?
Yeah.
Okay, so in the Mail Sunday, the perpetrators are a group of men, almost all
almost all
Pakistani,
Okay.
Pakistani Muslims.
Yeah, I'm not Pakistani, by the way.
Okay,
but
so
as well,
why
in
is
the
that?
same time, I will tell
So
you
will
something.
you condemn all your Pakistani brothers and sisters that are
No.
brothers that have committed those crimes against children?
Anyone, even if he's
I'm
my
not
father,
asking them.
even if he's my father,
I'm
if he
asking-
committed this act, even if he's my father, yeah,
But
if he
why do
committed,
you, but why, and those facts
he doesn't want to listen.
No, he asked
even
me.
No.
even if he's my father,
So what do you think
committed
about
this
that?
crime.
What do you think about that?
Listen. I condemn this act.
No, I'm asking
even
you
if it
why
was
they
done.
do it. Why do you think they do
You're
it?
asking me. You need the people. That,
You're
some
a man
people.
of Islam.
Like, does he know? Does he
You're a man of Islam.
Listen.
You know the book.
My point is.
It says. Yeah, I know he does, but I'm trying to understand it.
So to understand
Well,
it,
you know.
but how can I understand? Now, I will tell you something.
Them rape,
That-
you
wait,
just
wait,
don't understand why.
Why? For example, I will tell you something. I will tell you something. By the way,
In the
I will
Quran,
tell you
it says
something.
you can take sex.
I will tell you something.
Oh, I don't know.
I will tell you something.
Does it say
I
you
will
take sex?
I will
slaves in
tell
the
you
Quran?
something. Listen.
Sorry.
I will tell you something.
Does it say
Like
take
for example,
slaves?
listen.
Sex slaves
I
in
will
the
tell you
Quran?
something. I will tell you
You sound like
something.
that. You sound like that meme.
No, I will tell you
Let me
something. Yeah. You believe in the Bible? You believe in the Bible? Okay, what Moses said, he said, kill all men, women, children, bring only those girls who didn't meet any man and bring them to me. This is Moses. We are following Moses. We are following the Old Testament. So is that okay to follow
Does
the
it
Old Testament?
say in the Quran? you
Does
can
it
take
say we are following the Old Testament?
Brother.
Yeah, we are following the Old Testament.
Can you?
In the slaves, we follow the
you're
Old
not
Testament.
following the Old Testament.
No, the Old
The Quran
Testament.
cannot be
The old,
changed.
no, the Old Testament.
The
It
Quran
says,
cannot be changed. Yeah, but
Moses,
and we've
the
changed our
God,
ways.
Jesus.
You need
Jesus
a new
said,
book.
Jesus said to Moses,
You need a new book.
Jesus said to Moses, because Jesus is the God by the of the Old Testament. Because Jesus, according to them, is the God of the Old Testament. So Jesus, God of love, said to Moses, kill man, women, children from the Palestinians, by the way. Yeah. So they're from the book.
You didn't
They're from the book.
Hold on a second, hold
So
on a second.
he said, bring this woman, kill men, women, children, donkeys, even donkeys. Bring only those girls who never met a man, and bring them to us. So bring them to the army of Moses, his army and his people. So according to this, that is something that was done by Moses, by the God of Jesus, by Jesus.
Can you answer the question?
Yeah. So
Does it? No,
listen.
please,
You don't jump.
please.
You don't
Brother,
jump.
you have to answer the
You
question.
don't jump. So I will tell you something. Islam did not introduce slavery, for you to know.
Okay.
Islam didn't introduce
But they
it.
like it.
Yeah, no.
They do
No,
around the world.
that's
But
right.
they did it though. They did it though.
They like it.
The
Prophet
Does
had slaves though. He did have slaves.
Yeah, he had.
Does the Quran say you can take sex slaves?
No, but they're not called slaves. They're slaves. Not
Okay.
slaves. Not
So
necessarily.
if the book that was written for the
That's the
Muslim
Old Testament.
community,
That's the Old Testament.
Go,
That's the Old Testament. Yeah.
we're not talking about the Old Testament, we're talking
Yeah.
about the Quran.
Yeah, yeah.
If it says you can take slaves, and it does say you can take sex slaves as long as they're not from the Muslim faith,
No, even
What
Muslim
do-
faith. Even
is-
Muslim faith.
okay,
Even Muslim
so-
faith.
okay,
Even
so
with the
if it
Muslim
says
faith.
that, so is that part of the problem why the Pakistanis in this country feel acceptable
No.
to take these girls, predominantly white, pretty much, there are a lot of Sikh girls as well, but predominantly white Christian girls from a very young age. Do you believe, I'm asking you the question being a man of Islam, do you believe because the book says you can do these things, do you believe they feel that they are right to do these things because the Prophet Muhammad allows them to? Yes or no?
No.
So,
No, I don't believe.
So why is it saying that in the book?
Now, you need to. That's why you need. That's why the brother here, before when we read the Bible, he said we need to read the context. Yeah.
There's no context in taking slaves. You take a slave or you don't take a slave. There's
By
no
the way,
context.
but don't behave like this. I mean,
Yes, but-
you know,
but we've
I mean,
been
still,
very
listen,
passionate about
we
it.
still have,
But you're
even if
pretty
you're
good, to be
passionate,
fair.
yeah,
You're very good at it.
yeah, and I'm trying. I'm trying.
Normally, we get called all sorts. By
Yeah,
that
that's
word.
fine.
Yeah. So fair play to you.
My point is to you again. You need to read it in the context. Now there is war happens. Yes. Yes or no?
Oh, prisoners of war.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
I
those
get where
are
you're
prisoners
going.
of
Yeah, I
war.
get where you're going.
War happens, and those people, and when there is, for example, you know what happened? For example, when you're, I will say to you, when the British and the Americans and the Russian, when they conquered Germany after they destroyed Germany, yeah. Do you know what happened in the park of Berlin? What happened? What the women have done?
The rapes.
Rape.
Yeah, I know.
Massive
Yeah, yeah,
scale
yeah.
rapes.
Do you know why they did that?
To the extent,
Do you know why they
to the
did that?
extent, what they have done,
you know why
that
they said
even women went to the park
Yeah.
and drank poison
Yeah,
to
just to end
just
their life, yeah,
just
yeah.
to end this,
why the
to
Russians
take them
say
out of their
no?
misery.
Isn't the colon-
So the point is,
yeah.
you see here,
I see where you're going,
so in Islam, it doesn't allow it in this way.
No,
So it's
no,
like, you can't.
no, see,
What
you're
those
editing
women,
now.
so you're justifying. He is justifying.
you think that's
Are you
wrong?
justifying? Are you justifying?
Okay, cool.
They said, the Russians said, they
No, Russian, British soldier
No.
and American soldier and Russian soldier, all of them,
the proof.
all of them,
Find me the proof.
all of them, all of them. It's simple, simple. Go read,
So you're
go read.
telling-
what's the
I'm
videos?
saying, what's the videos? Seriously, what's the?
Brother, I'm going to move on.
Look at this, look at
Download
this.
it.
I should-
Anyway,
thank you very much.
you're
for your
welcome.
time. I want to
Bye.
get around to other people, but honestly, no.
Anyway.
Listen, normally by now there's a lot of swearing, there's a lot of you kafar, you this. So I really thank you that you've been able to talk,
Yeah.
take some terrible subjects, and actually work it.
And
So
we are,
thank
we
you.
are,
And you
we are.
as well.
He's not Muslim.
Listen, Kaz,
Bye, bye, bye.
What's your name? What's your name?
My name's Danny.
Frank.
All right, Danny. All right, take care. All right, take care. All right, take care. I don't. Yeah.
How you doing, Sheikh?
But we finished. I mean, I'm talking to the gentleman. We. But to the gentleman. By the way,
That's good, it's
by the way,
good,
but
yeah,
it was amazing actually discussion.
Of course,
Well,
yeah,
I
yeah,
actually,
I enjoyed this one,
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot actually. It was good. And by the way, there is always misconceptions about certain people. They will spread certain things.
Yeah.
But if you take things out of context, there's a consequence.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But
always
the
makes
thing is,
sense.
can you see when you flipped it on him, he tried to
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah, he
but
would
what's
go
that
there.
be? Look, I'm not Muslim, but I'm trying to be fair about the debate.
Yeah, that's good. You see here, and I said to him, this is the thing. You see here, when it comes to, I said to him, the God of Jesus, Jesus is the Old Testament.
Right.
He is the one who literally told him to do that, because according to Jesus is God. Am I right?
Right.
Or part of the triune God.
Yeah.
He is the one who commanded to do this. He said that he suddenly changed. He become love. I don't know. That's how it is. Anyways,
How you doing? So I was taking a look at this about the Muslim portrayal of Jesus. I believe I spoke to you briefly. I don't know if you remember, but we was talking about Jesus in Islam and how you guys say that Jesus is a Muslim.
yes.
And
Yeah.
so I just don't understand how.
Yeah.
Jesus
Did you start? Did you start? Okay.
Good to go. So I don't understand how Jesus can be a Muslim. Obviously, when Islam came with Muhammad. So if you guys can reconcile that historically and logically, I'd
Okay.
like to get into that.
Good. Meaning of Islam, it means submission.
Okay.
Islam means submission.
All right.
Anyone? I don't know. There are too many now of them now. Okay. Huh? Do you want me as well to record for you? Okay.
Subscription ended.
Yeah. Yeah? So, okay. All right. So, the Islam means submission. Anyone who submits his will to the will of God is a Muslim.
Okay.
Yes?